Hello! Welcome to the special episode of the Fan Men Podcast with Critics.com.
You know, it's Clep Napier, always, you know.
How's it going? And with us today, we got my buddy Mike Driscoll. What's up, Mike?
How's it going, guys?
So, very different kind of shebanger today. So, no Chris, no Sean, none of your guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a multiverse of talent.
Exactly. Yeah. And we are at the lovely Shared Universe Podcast Studios in Eatontown, New Jersey, down the street from the Secret Stash. So, which is why we're doing a show and the other guys aren't all here.
Yeah, it's like the road to Clerks 3. You know
kind of, yeah. So, like, Clerks 3 is coming out in the summer next year. So, this was like the first, the first step. The Christmas party at the Stash today.
Oh, yeah.
So, we all get to go see Kevin and Jay and get some stuff signed. You know, Mike and Ming were there and everything. And, so, you know,
it was a good time. It was good. I had a blast. A lot of people came out. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool.
Fun.
So
there's a lot of new faces, too.
Yeah. Yeah, there has been.
There was a lot of new
The
faces.
more stuff he does, the more, well, you know, nowadays, you know, younger kids are getting into it and, you know, streaming, all that kind of stuff and all that shit. So what's everyone up to?
I've been having such a great weekend. It's been such a
I know you can't talk about it. But,
I know. I'm big.
How about anyone pick anything up collectible wise, comic wise, anything like that?
Oh man, Jimmy, you can ask me that question. I'm constantly.
I know. Yeah.
I got it. My box at the local comic book store is full right now. I better get over there before they stop putting.
I just picked up the new Robin's miniseries. Pretty good so far. I'm a big Robin guy. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I like Nightwing better than Batman kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big time. A big Dick
Who's
Grayson
your favorite
fan.
Robin?
Dick Grayson. I mean, you know.
You have to.
Yeah. So, big Dick Grayson fan. So, I've been reading that, and then I was able to get one of the Target exclusive Ghostbusters Afterlife Plasma Series 2-packs,
Nice.
which is the first figure of Phoebe, Egon's granddaughter, and someone else is with her too, and it was.
I mean, at this point, you can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, so it's got Egon's ghost and Phoebe in the 2-pack, and I was crying at checkout when I got it. But
If you don't have a lump in your throat when you watch that movie, then something's wrong with you.
So
you're not
good.
human. Yeah. I texted him right from the theater. I was like, listen, man, I teared up, man.
I did, yeah. No, like I was like, so I was like the 40-year-old man in full jumpsuit, elbow pads, the whole nine, crying in the theater. So
Remind me, I have to show you a picture.
Okay, yeah.
I went to go see it today.
Yep.
And great movie. My wife took my son back in Long Island.
Yeah.
And she texted me when she gets out. She's like, I cried. And my wife is stone cold.
Yeah,
She doesn't.
no,
I'm like, you cried? Get out of here. I'm like, you can never mess with me ever again. Because I am the only person that's ever cried at Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And
Really?
I'm talking ugly cry.
Really? Guardians
Ugly
2?
cry.
Mary Poppins? Yondu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one didn't hit me so hard.
Yeah, it was
Personal, and I just
yeah,
get
fair
it.
enough.
I was
That
like,
what goes for
get
me.
it.
It's a personal thing too. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious whether or not my daughter's going to cry when I take her when she comes back from school in a couple weeks. So my kid's pretty stone cold hearted, but everything she's only ever cried at a movie once, and that was when Logan died.
Really?
And she was I had to like drag her out of the theater like she was like unconsolable, even though she knew it was coming. But Wolverine's your boy, so.
Wow.
But she didn't cry at Up. She didn't cry at any of the freaking Disney movies. Like it's crazy, but. Anyway, so like he said, yeah. So it's we're coming up on a couple of third legs for some trilogy. So obviously, like we said, Clerks 3's done, and it's going to come out probably next summer. And
You keep
also-
on mentioning it, and I'm like,
I know.
I have to hold back.
Ming knows what happens because Ming's in it. So
Yeah, no spoilers, gentlemen.
no. I don't know anything about it. So
I know one thing. But I'm not going to say anything.
but
I know who's
also in a couple weeks.
You know who's in it.
Yeah, I know who's in it. Yeah, but also in a couple weeks, you know, the third. We'll call it the third new Spider-Man movie comes out. So the third leg of the Tom Holland trilogy.
A lot of trilogies, man.
A lot of trilogies. So, Clep, you got your Spider-Man tickets, right?
Of course, I have 4 tickets.
Goddamn nightmare trying to get Spider-Man tickets.
Not for me.
Well, no, not for you. But like people are selling them on like eBay for like $500 and shit.
It's so funny because everybody is saying that AMC was down.
Yep.
Cineplex was down.
Yeah.
Fandango was down.
Yeah, Fandango got crushed.
Was another big one.
Movietickets.com, Adam, they all went down.
I went to Showcase,
Yep.
the app, on my phone, bought 4 tickets with no lag.
Yeah, because Showcase isn't national like AMC and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but still,
yeah.
everybody was buying tickets. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. So, but that's coming. So that should be good though, right?
Yeah.
So we got the third Spider-Man movie coming out, third Tom Holland. Did you watch the other Spider-Man?
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I
Yeah,
have a
that's
Spider-Man tattoo on my back.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
And Spider-Man was my guy and still is to this
Yeah,
day. And I'm 42.
it looks good.
Nice.
Love it.
It looks good.
It does look good. It looks like it's going to be the best of that MCU trilogy because
Yeah, no, it should be. I mean, it's gonna hit all the notes.
yeah, I think for me like the best. I'm glad that they're acknowledging what has already happened.
Yeah,
Like bringing in because that's like the biggest question a lot of non-fans are always asking. They're like, oh, another Spider-Man movie's coming out. They don't understand the difference between properties and different companies, and so now that they're bringing it all together, I think it's going to really touch the masses in a way that we didn't expect.
Well, you're hitting technically generations because we kind of grew up with Tobey Maguire, and then you had Andrew Garfield. You had this and this and this. So you're hitting every single base instead of just like, well, this is Tom Holland. Well, that's not my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now you have all three. So pick one, and you're going to enjoy this movie.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm an MCU fan
what's
for life.
what's the biggest thing you're excited about from just the trailer stuff?
Just the trailer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the speculation that we're
Exactly. I'm saying like what's something you saw in the trailer? I was like, oh, that's hot. I like that.
It's what wasn't in the trailer.
Okay.
Because if you go and see the trailer and you see people like, oh, we're going to slow it down, and it's like, oh, something's missing in here. It's
Yeah.
like, what's missing? And I think it's the mystery of what they didn't show.
Marvel does the color form thing. They peel shit out when they
Yeah.
don't want you to see stuff. So
Wow, color forms.
you like that?
This guy, right? Big words.
I was just stoked when they showed Jamie Foxx. I'm like, oh, he's got like when he charges up, he's got the mask,
the
the
mask.
stupid little
That was
electro
dope.
mask. That's kind of cool.
I think what I'm most excited for is seeing this Spider-Man go through some shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited to see him have losses. I want to see that comic book drama that we've seen for decades actually take place in this universe.
The death of Gwen Stacy wasn't enough for you?
Nah. I need.
Wait, it looks like they run that scene back in another way in this one.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, kind of.
You see the handing in the bridge and all that stuff. So
Yeah, no, I just feel like this iteration of Spider-Man has just been a little too like kiddish. Like he's been very lighthearted and very lovable, and they kind of skip around a lot of the drama.
yeah, because Spider-Man does kind of get shit on.
Well,
in the
yeah,
books.
he's a nerd, so
Yeah.
it's like but you've already seen that. It's kind of like the quote of with great power comes great responsibility, and they're like, yeah, we're not saying that anymore because everybody knows it, and if you know it and you did your you did your research, and it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, so I think now it's time. We've gotten a lot of him.
Yeah.
So it's time that we get to that point now. Now things are going to get real.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because it's a co-branded kind of deal. Are they going to use the Doctor Strange arc? Are they going to use it to break in more MCU stuff? Or are they going to use it to put together the Sinister Six stuff on the Sony side? I'm wondering which way they're going to go with that.
Might be a little of both. I honestly don't think the Sinister Six is going to be a big part of this.
I hope not, but
I think it's a red herring. Honestly, that's
hope
my
so.
speculation.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's this, and he goes, nope, and we're just gonna, pull. I hope not, but it's.
But I told you, like the whole movie's gonna be a waste if the after credit scene isn't like just like a street in New York and you can hear like the horns beeping in the cars and stuff, and all of a sudden all you just see is the headphones on, the music kicks in, and it pans down to the Nikes, and it's Miles walking down the street.
Listen, man.
I mean, I think you have to at this point in time.
Listen,
I mean, that has to be it, right?
Whew. I'm ready for that. I need Miles. I'm ready for Miles.
Did you see the new trailer for?
Yeah, I did, and I like the cartoon version. I do, but I think it's time. Let's tease him. Let's get him in live action. We need it. I'm ready for it. Even if it's like a Spider-Man team up, or they just tease him, or even go off and do a spin-off. I'm ready for that live action Spider-Man.
I'm a huge fan of the animation. I'm a 3D animator, and that one
Beautiful,
gorgeous,
beautiful.
Oh, it was a great movie.
Any scene, any still is a work of art.
Yeah.
My question is, who would you cast for Miles?
So I had a top 5 list that I did on YouTube, and one of my number ones was, what is his name? The kid from Grownish, the one who plays the son.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think his name is Miles. Miles
okay.
Brown.
Well, there you go.
Miles
All right.
Brown. I think
he's already got the job just because.
I just think.
That's easy.
Yeah, there he goes, right there, right there on the screen.
Oh yeah,
He's perfect,
that could work.
and he's of age,
And
he's half Latin and half African American.
well, shit. There
I
you
buy
go.
it.
He's absolutely perfect. Other than him, someone else put in my ear. They said the kid from Power, Michael Laney, I think I can't remember his name. Michael something Jr. Michael Rainey Jr.
Okay.
Michael Rainey Jr. But he's a little too. I think he's a little too tall. Because he can't be taller than Holland.
Yeah.
And him and Holland are about the same height.
Yeah, he's a little too pretty.
That too.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, he's not.
You know what he looks like with the glasses? You remember that cartoon Bionic 6?
Oh my
Yes.
God!
He looks like the.
Why haven't we gotten a live action? Of that?
Seriously, let's do that. Put that kid in Bionic 6.
Why?
No brainer.
Sneaky good cartoon.
Yeah, it was really good. They had the best theme song. Too.
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So
I'll start singing if you want me to.
Oh, please put it in the background, Ming. Put that in. Drop that.
so Spider-Man is the third leg of this. It's gonna be good. It's already making all of the money. Like we're looking at pre-COVID box office numbers.
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
Everything's sold out.
No one doesn't care. I
Yeah,
think,
they're adding shows.
Omicron or whatever.
Whatever.
It's bought a ticket itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's coming out for this.
There you go.
Every strand.
Yeah, even over across the pond, they're buying tickets for it. Like it's, Because I think this one, if you don't go see it opening night, stay the hell off the internet because whatever cool happens, it's gonna just get ruined.
They're already saying this week coming up, the press run, stay off the internet because someone is gonna leak it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna talk.
Well, even Defoe accidentally said that they changed his costume.
Like last minute.
That he doesn't have the old Green Goblin costume.
Well, there's already pictures out there of that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, so it's at this point, it's no one wants to just wait. It's like a week.
I'm kind of glad about that though, because every time I see the Tobey Maguire Green Goblin, William Dafoe, I always get Kevin in my mind. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Green Goblin."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and it makes me smile, but at the same time, it's such a goofy thing.
Mm-hmm. It is, but that was the first time they did it. It was the
Yes.
first one. We got the first. We got to make them look futuristic or whatever.
Yeah.
But then their mouths don't. They look like action figures, and I'm like,
They
yeah,
do. They do.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with action figures. But
Yeah, man. I wasn't a fan of the Goblin outfit at all. I wasn't. Because I was such a fan of the Maximum Overdrive. So I love that truck, that face.
the
I
classic Green
love that.
Goblin.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of that at all.
Yeah. It should be good. Like I said, I'm excited for it. I'll go see it.
It should be good. You just said that it's going to break box
yeah.
office
And it's-
numbers, and
Well,
I'm like,
just because a movie makes a shit ton of money doesn't mean it's good. I hate Avatar.
yeah, I'm with you on
That
that
movie
one.
made $1 trillion.
I'm
I
with
think it
you on.
sucks.
I'm with you on that too.
It's basically just Fern Gully.
Yes,
So
Blue Thundercats.
Well, yeah,
I'd rather that.
with a little bit of a Matrix spin.
Smurfs.
We'll plug
It's
you
like
in.
the Smurfs. So what are like I said, it's very rare. A lot of movies get sequels. Very rarely do non-horror movies get a third act pretty much.
Right.
So you've had a slight uptick lately. They did a Bill and Ted 3. Like we said, Clerks 3 is coming out. But what's some other trilogies of movies that you guys are fans of that all the way through? And it's I like the first one, but the other two suck kind of things.
Okay.
Because it's tough.
Yeah, it's very tough.
At least 2 of the 3 have to be decent.
Off top, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's big time. And actually, for me, I actually like 3 better than 2,
Really?
which is blasphemy for a lot of people. But I like Back to the Future 3 more than Back to the Future 2.
Well, I kind of found plot holes in the third, so I don't. I like the
Yeah.
second one. I like the second one.
What gets me about Back to the Future, don't get me wrong, it's a perfect, imperfect movie.
Yeah.
There's so many plot holes, but the whole thing is, it's the first one nobody really talks about, but everyone loves it. The second one, everyone has the discussion, and you talk about the timeline and everything like that, how it skews, how this doesn't make any sense, yada, yada, yada. And the third one is more of the black sheep. It's the end, you know what's going to happen. Again, you don't really have that conversation, but the second one, a lot of people crap on it, but that's where most of the conversations are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or debates.
Yeah.
I think they played it safe. Well, they saved the third one because the fact that they did them both at the same time.
Yeah.
I think if it was like a gap between it and then it came out, it probably would be received worse than it was. But the fact that we knew that both of them were back to back and at the same time, people are just like, oh, okay, cool, it's coming too. So
and the fact that Michael J. Fox almost died on set.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously.
Got hung. I think that's probably as close as it can get for me as a great trilogy, other than the one we talked about before. We talked about The Hangover.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I thought all three of the Hangovers are pretty decent.
Yeah, and I do like the Hangover movies. People shit on it for being like, oh, the second one's just the first one again. Well, I don't care. It was funny.
They're all the same movie over and over.
The second one has a monkey. Like another one, I was saying once, another one we were talking about on the ride down here, that's a trilogy that's about to weave trilogy territory is The Matrix.
Yeah.
You're about to get a fourth Matrix movie. I personally, I think The Matrix was a cool idea when it came out at the time. I think 2 and 3 suck.
Yeah, it's a big letdown. I mean, you hit a home run on the first one, and then you try to do it again and try to expand the universe, and it's just like...
Yeah, and I'm one of the few people, I do not care at all about the new Matrix movie.
Yeah, I thought 3 was fine. Once they were done, stopped. I like 2 a lot. I like the storyline in which 1 and 2 make. The third one really was a letdown, but at least it ended. Sometimes I need that ending to be like, okay, cool, I'm done now, I got to go back to it. But yeah, 1 and 2 I would take. The third one, not so much. Definitely we don't need a fourth one.
No.
Because the fourth one kind of just looks like a reboot anyways.
It does. It's like episode 7 kind of.
Like, it just looks like they're just retelling the same story.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like, let's give them some more of the same thing.
And it's funny because, the problem's going to be is, the whole time you're watching it, especially because the way Keanu Reeves is looks in this movie, is you're going to be thinking about his good trilogy of movies, the John Wick movies, which are basically, as far as action movies go, they're pretty much flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those movies are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really awesome.
I love every time I go over, I got a buddy's house. Every time I go over there, I get to pet John Wick suit.
And that third John Wick ended really well. Like, I think, to me, it has better action than the first one. Like, it's just a good movie.
Yeah, 3 of the dogs. The stuff they did with the dogs was impressive.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but that's a very rare occurrence, especially with action movies, because there's a lot of action movies that have, multiples. There's a million diehards, and really, the first 2 are any good.
I didn't mind the third one.
So, yeah.
Wait, which one was... I like the third
one.
Oh,
the third one's the Samuel Jackson one,
yes.
right?
Yeah. I like the first 3 diehards. After that, I don't know who that John McClane is.
The third one actually isn't bad because...
Yeah, but the fourth one had Kevin Smith, so, I'll give that one a pass.
That's the best thing.
It is the best thing, honestly, it is.
Yeah.
I know. He just looks different. The character doesn't look the same.
He's too superhero.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, Kev, man, that was one of the best scenes in the movie, man. I like that, but
I love the fact that you wrote that scene.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't get past any of the third Die Hard. That's it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with the Die Hards, as far as the first 3, there was some context between them. I mean, there was some of those '80s action movies Best of the Best, and even Karate Kid kind of jumped the shark after the second one too. The Karate Kid movies, when there was the 3 of them, the third one's not good.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I didn't really like the third one. And then you went to Next Karate Kid.
Come on, Mike Barnes, bro. Mike Barnes?
It was only a trilogy for a week.
Mike Barnes would kick Johnny Lawrence's ass. Let's not forget that.
You always forget about 3, though, because it's in your, at least in my head, I think Karate Kid, Okinawa, Hilary Swank. That's how my brain goes for some reason.
Why would you go Hilary Swank?
Yeah, she was
that's like saying Catwoman, for
because
Halle Berry.
I don't know why.
As much as I like Halle Berry, don't get me wrong. That movie.
I don't know why. It's just because
it's horrible.
I don't know. I think it's because when I used to manage the video store, I don't think we had Karate Kid 3, so we used to organize the section. It would be Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, Next Karate Kid. So it plays a weird trick on my brain that Karate Kid 3 doesn't exist.
Really?
I don't think I've seen it since it came out either.
Listen, if you're talking about story. Because I'm a story guy. If you're talking about story, 3
He's also a Karate Kid guy, so I want to get him all revved up.
No, but listen. But we're talking story right now. Of course, I'm a Karate Kid guy, but story. It fits very well, and it just kind of caps off the story. Yeah. That's why the next Karate Kid is just a movie of its own. It doesn't even I don't even know why you would even put that in your that.
I told you because the way my head, one, I wanted to get y'all going, but number 2, in my head, honestly, I always forget about 3. I always go 1, 2, then jump to Next Karate Kid. I don't know why.
I thought it was well executed.
It's a glitch.
It's one of the few.
It's your brain implants.
It's one of the few brain glitches I have with this kind of stuff. So what's some other trilogies?
Oh, it's so hard.
I know.
whether they're good, bad, or other. Like, I mean, obviously you can go the original, New Hope, Empire, Jedi, but we don't do that because I'm not allowed to talk about Star Wars.
No, we can't.
So I'll just do an hour on Star Wars, and no one else will get to talk.
Do that. I mean, we just can't touch those.
I know.
They are what they are.
What about anything that was a trilogy that was good and then they ruined it with a fourth one? I mean, like you could go like
Ton of those.
Some people can say Alien was okay after 3, but then Resurrection kind of jumped the shark.
Well, you did say no horror movies, and that's what's throwing me off
it's a
because I want to
sci-fi
say
movie.
Evil Dead. I'm like,
Well, Evil Dead's weird because Evil Dead 1 and 2 are basically just redos of the same movie.
It's literally the same movie.
yeah.
And then Army of Darkness is a totally different movie.
It's different
But that's what
vibe,
makes it so
different
good,
tone.
It's amazing though.
Yeah,
It's so cheesy.
So it's hard to be like its own trilogy because it doesn't kind of.
but it is a trilogy though. It
is
just kind of
kinda.
spins off into a. It's kind of like what they did with Happy Death Day, where like the first one was one thing, but then the second one was like totally different. It was like science fiction. Went from horror to science fiction.
Oh, I've never saw those.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't do the scary, so.
Now, does Batman actually count? Which
one?
Batman? Exactly.
Which
my
Batman?
Point.
So it would have to be the Christian Bale Batman, but again, they ruined it with that third one.
Yeah, I don't like the third one.
Yeah.
The third one's
I don't
horrible.
I don't like what they did to Bane.
Honestly, my
I
favorite
didn't
one out of
mind
the
Bane so much.
Oh, Bane! It wasn't Bane.
I liked Bane. I just hated what they did with
Yes.
It wasn't.
end.
It wasn't
Yes.
Bane.
Yes, but it was, he's a terrorist, and then they totally emasculated him, and
Yep.
just
It's
like
not-
it
yeah.
completely ruined
Nothing
it.
to do with Bane at all.
Exactly.
Kind of.
Movie
But you
was so
couldn't
bad.
do Bane because you
First
did
half.
Bane with
You could do Bane
that
proper.
shitty Poison Ivy movie, whatnot.
Batman
Oh
and
my
Robin.
God.
It was horrible. And then
Venom.
you did Bane, and then you fucked that up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I
Yeah.
That's okay,
no,
that's okay,
that's
it's okay.
right.
like that.
Speak your truth.
We have an explicit tag.
Oh, you just let the dog loose.
we had the little explicit thing on
Speak your truth.
on Apple.
But you did Bane, and then you did Dark Knight Bane, and you're like, all right,
Yeah,
I
but
see where they're going with it.
you tried to do the entire Nightfall storyline in about 15
Oh my
minutes.
god.
It was so
Yeah.
bad.
Fair point.
And that's like one of my favorite Batman storylines, and I just
It
was
is,
like,
yeah.
whoa,
It's like
what,
Graham
what
Nolan
is going on?
did that, yeah. No, but the other thing too is like with the Christian Bale Batman movies, like everyone obviously
Loves the
it's
second
it's the Heath Ledger gushing
Yes.
whatever, which he was great. But outside of him, that movie wasn't that good.
Nope.
No, it's
The
horrible.
best
It's
one's
bad.
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have Heath Ledger in that second movie,
Mm-hmm.
all you have is Rachel. That's all you had. The movie sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Where's the trigger?
But all the best scenes is when Ledger's on screen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
literally.
Without Ledger and like Michael Jai White, that movie's nothing.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So so really there is no good Batman trilogy.
Do you think they should have switched Michael J. White with Aaron Eckhart's character with Two-Face, and that would have been better?
I mean, Michael Jai White, Harvey Dent.
Yes.
I'm
a big fan of the animated series, and I'm like, I think that would have made it better.
I think Aaron Eckhart was a good.
He didn't fit Two-Face.
But the problem is
You brought
again,
his
It was
face off, I'm
really
like,
rushed, though.
it's the
Yeah.
crutch of every Batman movies. They always try to cram more than one goddamn bad guy
Yeah.
into it. That's why like I have no faith in Sparkly Bat because there's like 9 fucking bad guys in it, and it's just and hopefully that doesn't become a trilogy. Hopefully it's one and done. But
And this one is the Riddler, right? If I remember correctly.
it's the
Riddler
Riddler
and
and
the Penguin.
Catwoman's in it and Penguin's
And
in
Penguin's
it,
in it.
and his teeth are too small for the mask. He's got tiny little teeth.
And his wait, and his teeth.
Yeah,
is
so
too small for the mask.
If you watch the trailer, there's a scene when he's like grilling Riddler. He's like banging on the glass, and you see it. His teeth are so fucking tiny in the trailer. He's got tiny little Cedric Diggory teeth.
DJ's just noticing things that like. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on.
I think I just had a glitch in my brain.
When
like,
you see the movie,
teeth
you're
is
gonna be like,
too small for the mask.
everyone's gonna see the movie. Like, oh man, you know what? Pattinson's got a really cool Batmobile, and the Penguin was super good. But man, that dude's teeth are fucking tiny.
Dude, I actually have faith in the Batman. I have a lot of faith.
He's got a Bruce Wayne-sized head and Damian Wayne-sized teeth.
There's something about that score. That
Teeth out of all
score.
things.
That score is pulling me in.
I think it's going to end up being. Makes me up the chart. I think that you're going to come out of it going, the car and the Penguin was good, and that was it.
DJ will accept bat nipples, but not small teeth for the mask.
I'm all fine with nipples. You can put nipples on everything. You put nipples on Thor. You can put nipples on whatever.
I
mean,
rest my case.
There you go.
No, George Clooney sucks too. He was not a good Batman. He'll admit to it.
Yeah, that was.
Like it was like the worst thing he ever did. He says.
So that was one of the ones that once it got past.
Once it got past 3.
2. Once it got past 2.
Even Forever was kind of tolerable. Maybe it's just because we were like in like middle school, whatever, when it
Come
came out.
on. DeVito murdered.
Oh, of
the
course
Penguin,
he did.
bro.
But think about when Batman Forever came out, and you had like the fucking McDonald's glasses and everything. Everyone was all stoked up about it, and there was like Jim Carrey's Riddler. That's cool because he's kind of like Frank Gorshin, and it didn't work, but it wasn't.
And Tommy Lee Jones was playing the Joker as he's playing Two-Face, which is like
I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, I don't like Batman Forever. I don't really like that movie.
No, but when you were fucking 11 years old, it wasn't that bad. See, look, tiny little bat, Damian Wayne teeth. His teeth are so fucking small.
What do you want?
DJ makes the point. I'm sorry.
Batman's supposed to have no.
What do you want him to look like a Ninja Turtle?
No, I want him to cast like someone else. Like, I mean, you need to like the thing about Batman is he's always had the profile, whether it's the jaw or whether
but
it's.
This is year 2. He's a baby.
I don't give a shit.
He's got baby teeth.
So
he's got baby teeth.
No, she's got baby teeth. It looks like if he bites into a fucking apple, he's gonna freaking have to gum everything after that. I mean. It's just they're not. I don't know. It's not gonna work. Wow, we got way off base
because of his teeth.
We got way up. We went into bat
but
teeth.
Not for nothing. That's still.
I think I'm gonna let DJ write the review for this movie on my site. I want to know why it didn't work because of his teeth. He's gonna give me 4 paragraphs about his teeth.
I can do that. I find the weirdest. I find the weirdest thing to harp on. I just do.
Oh, we know. Oh,
I know. I'm such a miserable prick. But I'm not stoked for this at all.
I didn't even notice this, and I've probably watched this trailer 100 times.
The first thing I saw, we're watching. I'm like, did you see the size of that fucker's teeth? They're so tiny. I don't know.
Mr. Ed should play Batman because you said his teeth.
He needs more teeth.
I mean,
not enough teeth.
My thing is like I'm such a Batfleck guy.
I love Batfleck.
No one's gonna kind of live up to it for a long time.
I'm with you on that, man. I love Batfleck. I think that he should have gotten his chance.
And I also just don't see the need to do what they're doing with like this one shot off stuff that kind of.
Listen, they're just trying to see what works, man.
I know this one's not gonna work.
They're trying to make their money for 2020, man.
This ain't gonna work.
They try to do a universe in one movie, for God's sakes, and everyone's like, no, and the box office said no, and then you saw it, and we said no, and I'm like, told you so.
Yeah.
And then the internet went, can we have it anyway? And they went, yeah, here's a Blu-ray.
Yeah, you can't wrap up 10 years.
No, you can't.
One movie. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the thing with the DC stuff too is like. They do so well with the TV shows. Just keep doing that. Like Doom Patrol is awesome.
Do they really do that well though?
I think Titans is great.
Yeah, but you're naming like a different type of DC TV show.
You could do a Batman TV show. We've talked about it in nauseam. You could do like an HBO Max.
Like the darker stuff is really good.
You could do a 12-part Longest Halloween TV show with Affleck, in each episode's a month, and it would be gangbusters
with Affleck.
Well, they've been talking about for HBO Max.
With anyone.
All right.
Yeah,
we even said you could do a long Halloween series where you did way off base. But let's go into Batman. If you did a long Halloween, we've talked about this, Chris and Sean and I, and every month you could even do it where it's like, you know, when you do the books, you get different artists in every month and different writers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So every episode, you get a month. So whoever gets March, you can pick your own Batman. Mm-hmm. Just keep doing the storyline. You can do your own style, whether you want it black and white, whether you want it however you want to film it with your own Batman, but it's the same concurrent storyline. It would be like this noir, serialized kind of thing. It would be awesome. You start off with Affleck, and then you keep going. I haven't said if someone wants to put Michael B. fucking Jordan in there, I wouldn't care, you know. But whatever. You could have John Hamm come in and do it once. You could have Jeffrey D. Morgan come in and finally put the mask on. Whatever you want to do.
As long as
it just rolls through the longest Halloween storyline, and you go. It's all concurrent, and they're not multiverse. But that way you can get all these different people in for Batman. And then if you want to take one of those Batman and spin it off on its own, go ahead. Like if Sparkly Boy came in and killed September, sure, let's give it a shot. But they should have done something like that first.
I'm a little Batman fatigued, man. That's just too much Batman.
Right now. You're going to the well too many times.
Yeah.
I like your idea.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
The thing with the DC stuff, though, it's like if you want to keep it like DC has like the street level characters, you know, but the problem is you've just had a 7-year run of Green Arrow and there's been a lot of Batman stuff. But if you can do that kind of stuff, it just works better because we all know it's hard to put Superman in everything. He's fucking invincible, basically, you know? It just doesn't work. And even Wonder Woman's kind of little, as you can see, it doesn't always work.
Cheat codes.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. DC's got a lot of cheat codes. That's why you do something like that, you know? So, Titans works because they really don't, it's basically just Nightwing and they really don't use a ton of powers, you know? I don't know. And Doom Patrol is just weird, but it works somehow. And
yeah, I couldn't give a Doom Patrol.
I like the DC stuff, though. I'm a DC honk. I can't help it, so.
We see. As long as the teeth are right.
As long as the teeth are right. As long as the teeth work. I tell you, man, like I'm very, especially with Batman, like it's the profile for the head. It has to work. Like that's like your intro to Batman is like always like, people just think of animated series with the big square chin. That's why
Yes.
when it wasn't before it was Affleck, people were kind of harping for John Hamm because his face would just fit in the mask so goddamn well.
Do you think Val Kilmer made a good profile?
The thing with Val Kilmer, I see back then we weren't thinking about that kind of stuff though. They weren't really thinking about profile yet because you were in the infancy of animated series, I think, when Forever came out. But Val Kilmer just went because Val Kilmer was the name they could get. They went Val Kilmer because of name.
Sure.
And because no one really knew that people gave a shit back then. It was just like, oh, let's sell some action figures and some Happy Meals and make some money. People care too much about this stuff now. Maybe it's just me. I'm just the crazy guy.
You're the only one who pays attention to the teeth.
I'm telling you, they stood out. Go watch the thing again. It's Susie.
Or apparently not, because they're like chiclets.
Now I'm never gonna unsee it.
And he goes,
now I'm gonna
he
watch
does.
this movie.
He bangs
and
on the
all I'm
glass with
looking
the
at is his
Riddler.
teeth.
He bangs on the glass with the Riddler, and he's like, hey, you. And like he's got tiny little teeth.
Thanks for that.
That's my
TJ.
Pattinson voice.
Now I'm never gonna unsee this.
Christian Bale, do. And Pattinson's like, hey, hi guy, I hate you. See, look, tiny little Batman teeth. Like it's
Kind of looks like Chucky.
fucking weird, man. Like.
I'll never get that image out of my mind.
Yeah. I'm just
Thank
gonna-
you for not haunting my
Every
dreams.
time I look at
So
that
I
or
mean,
Chucky, I'm gonna think of.
I mean,
that
they
and
must have
see.
been hidden because they put fangs and caps on them for Twilight. So that's probably why no one noticed. The guy has infant teeth. He was like a piranha.
I can't, man. Just move on, please.
Okay.
I can't.
Impromptu Batman rant. What were we talking about again?
We're talking about trilogies that have ruined the trilogy.
They're ruined.
because they've gone on and kept going.
A trilogy never started because of his teeth now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
one and done.
He's never getting another one because
One and done. Sorry, Sparkly. So what's a trilogy that like had two decent ones and then they just Matrix had a good first one and they
Two
ruined
decent
it.
ones or three decent ones? Like they wrapped well, or you mean
What do you-
one and two?
What's something? What's
Because we're
let's
gonna
think
go
of both.
1 and 2. We can talk about Terminator all day.
What
We
about
could, you know what? We could. Terminator's a prime example. You got two good movies, and then everything else has been dog shit.
Yeah.
what about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
The Turtles
no.
in Time.
Yes.
Yeah, that was bad. But two was amazing because it had Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
When we were kids, it was.
That's what made the movie for you.
Dude, it had Kino and it had Vanilla Ice. It was amazing.
Honestly, it was the opening scene for me. That was the best thing about.
Oh, when they're in the mall?
Yeah, that was like when they come down the stairs and then bounce in the air. That and the title comes in.
Oh,
That's
yeah, no.
literally the best part of that movie.
You know they weren't supposed to use their weapons at all in that movie.
Yeah.
What?
They weren't.
That's like blasphemous. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's.
That's why they
Because
were
the
playing
first
with
one they
toys.
said it was too violent.
That's why they
Yeah.
were using toys.
That's right.
Yep.
Good
And the
point.
sausages and shit like that.
And that's why
the
they had
yo-yo.
and that's why they had Kino come in and really do all the fighting.
Oh my.
Kind of
Yeah.
ruins it for you now. He's like, well, maybe not the second one. It's not
It's
so good.
but it's got
Yeah.
Kevin Nash in it still, so
Yeah,
it works
Kevin
out.
Nash is super shredder.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that scene where they're fighting in the club is pretty cool.
Yeah, it
I
is.
like
It
that
is.
scene.
So Turtles is a very good example of something that completely ruined itself.
Yeah,
It
the
really
third
is.
one was bad. And you know what
was
makes
bad.
me really mad about Turtles in Time is that because I'm a continuity junkie, I love when they bring the characters back. They literally brought everyone back for Turtles in Time for that horrible storyline.
Yeah.
Casey Jones comes back, April's in it, like everyone comes back, and it's just bad.
And that was a failure on both fronts because the movie sucked. Like I remember, I think I didn't get to see that one in the theater because the trailer looked horrible. But also, you could find those samurai figures on the shelves everywhere. They peg warmed, so they didn't even move.
I think I kind of aged out when that hit the theater.
You supposed to age out Turtles? That's the thing.
No, I mean, like, for me, it was like I was obsessed. Like, I was obsessed. But by the time that third one came out, I think I was on to something else.
Oh, I just bought
was-
the
I
two
was
package
just-
figures.
I was on to something else. I wasn't
course you
checking
did.
for. I wasn't checking for Turtles.
They
3.
made a NECA figure of the guy who owned Splinter. I was like, I need to have that one.
Yeah, no.
and your wife said, I need to divorce you.
Oh, she doesn't know I have that one.
He's gonna start having to hide toys under the panels in the floor. This guy's
Seriously,
got
yeah,
some.
seriously. Like Egon's trap and just kind of puzzles and dropping a He-Man figure.
Yep.
Okay, now you just said it. Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Now that would be,
I
wouldn't
mean,
that
but-
be a trilogy?
Now.
I think so. If you go off the continuity of Venkman and Stantz and Spangler and Zedmore, yes, it is because you skipped 2016. It never happened, just like they did.
Yeah.
I'm totally for that.
So if you do that, you have the consistent storyline with Gozer and Shandor. So yeah, so that's a trilogy now. And as much as people don't like Ghostbusters 2, or some people say it's like the less, some people like to shit on Ghostbusters 2. I don't see why. I love Ghostbusters 2.
It's awesome.
Bill Murray doesn't like it. I know that. He's come out and said it, but it's fine for what it is. I watched it the other day.
It's a great movie.
It is.
I love Ghostbusters. I like the first one, with the exception of there's no third act. There really isn't. It goes like, we beat, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially compared to now, where you have a big third act.
Yeah.
And then you have the second one where it's like, okay, I see where you're going with this. And then obviously the 2016, which, thou shalt not be named. And now I watched the Ghostbusters today, Afterlife, and it's a love letter.
Can I just say that I don't hate 2016? I don't hate it.
I don't want to say hate it, but I tried watching it again. Like when Afterlife came out, I was like marathoning when I was at work from home, quote unquote. And it's really, there's a lot of bad stuff in it.
I accept it as its own thing.
I do too. It's
I don't hate it as long as
it's one of those things where
its own thing.
You could have made it and just not called it Ghostbusters.
Like, yeah, but it's executed pretty well. It looks good. The special effects are not bad.
That's the only thing I like is the third act.
Yeah,
if you gave me the first Ghostbusters with the original guys and the third act from the
You'd switch it.
Yes, perfect movie.
It's got a horrible bad guy, and just like the stuff where it's like the stuff with like the giant like Iron Maiden T-shirt ghost at the rock concert and shit. It's kind of like what like. I mean, for me, Hemsworth saves the movie.
Yeah, Hemsworth's like the best thing in that movie.
He is,
but I don't totally hate it.
And like, I'm a Kristen Wiig junkie. I love Kristen Wiig, and she's horrible in that movie.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she's better in.
She's pretty weak.
It's probably her worst movie. Like, she's better in Skeleton Twins. She's better in Adventureland. Like, even like her little bit parts are better.
Adventureland's good.
That's a good movie.
There are actors and actresses they work better in small roles, kind of like a Molly Shannon, which I can't stand.
Yeah.
I might be alone on this, but I'm like, you give me a little bit of Molly Shannon, I'm
like
okay.
Santa Claus
You give her even that much. But you give me like a whole movie, and I go, click.
Yeah.
She's just too much. She's like sugar, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm having.
So you're not a superstar fan at all?
No.
Yeah, that.
But it works.
and
It works
like
small
this.
because it works on SNL. It doesn't work on the big screen.
That's true. There's a lot of those movies.
Yeah.
That
I'm
don't
trying to
do
think.
too
What's some other trilogies? Especially going. Pee Wee Herman. You guys have seen all 3 Pee Wee Herman movies?
I have, and the third one was not good.
Yeah.
It was okay.
What?
It was okay.
Oh man.
It was different though because he's so much older. But that's another. At least he got one. I was happy
How was
to
his
get
teeth?
it. Teeth were fine actually. And Joe Manganiello's in. His teeth are perfect.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
no.
That guy's a brick shit house.
Dude, I was watching the original Spider-Man last night. I'm like, that's Joe.
Joe Manganiello, yeah, his Flash. His Flash.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
They don't even look alike.
I know. It's like it's not the same person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what about Superman? The Christopher Reeves.
So yes, I mean you could do.
They got 4 of them, right?
Yeah, they ended up going 4 because they went Quest for Peace, but after Superman 2, it's all downhill.
So you didn't like the Richard Pryor cameo out of nowhere? It's like so random.
No.
Like why is Richard?
That's a good point.
Why is
The
Richard
Hobbit
Pryor?
movies? The Hobbit movies are fucking atrocious.
Not the Lord of the Rings.
No, I love the Lord of the
Hobbit
Rings.
ones.
I love the Lord of the Rings movies. Sorry, Chris. Chris hates the fucking Lord of the Rings. But the Hobbit movies were an abomination. Like, you took a book that was like 55 pages long and turned it into 10 and a half hours of movie somehow.
Clerks 2 ruined it for me.
So the volcano.
It was just like, it was three. It was 3 movies of walking. I'm sorry, I reference Kevin Smith too much.
Yeah.
But
It's something we do
and I go,
on the show.
oh my god, I watched 3 movies of people fucking walking.
Yeah,
Nah, dude,
it's
but the Lord,
literally it.
but
And I go, I'll never do it again.
the thing with Lord of the Rings, even if you're not into like,
So stay away from Dune.
I was like,
oh,
shame on
Jesus Christ, yeah, thank God, Dune felt like 3 fucking movies. God, I won't get into that. But the thing with Lord of the Rings is that even if you're not into like the story, which I do dig the story, just if you're into like the way movies are made and like the art of filmmaking, fucking triumph that movie was.
Which one?
The Lord of the Rings movies.
Okay, yeah.
They were
I agree.
gorgeous.
I agree.
Yes,
For the
they
time,
look fantastic.
especially for the time.
Especially
too.
time.
Yeah.
And they hold up well so, but like the stuff Weta was able to do with the effects and the weapons and the armor and all the leather tooling they did and all they made real swords and they blacksmithed all their own armor and it's just it's a thing of it's something else.
Yeah. Which is
Sports movies. There's been a couple sports movie trilogies too.
Actually, I have one more for
Yeah,
you. Sorry.
go ahead.
Harry Potter.
That's like 9 movies.
Yeah, that's
Okay, but
yeah.
do all of them hold up, or is it like a kind of wave and it's like, oh, this one's good, this one's bad?
I'll answer that as a non-reader of the
Yeah.
books. I've never read the books, but I think all the Harry Potter movies are phenomenal.
No, they're
beginning.
good flicks. They're good flicks. I kind of got burnt out after because it was like 9 and 10 years, whatever the hell it was.
Right.
or-
Yeah, but like I said, I'm a story guy.
Yeah.
And I need my story to end.
yeah, and they're good movies.
I thought they were great. I thought they were
movies.
good movies.
Okay, so let's finish off on a couple because the sports movies are been known to kind of go too long too. So
We talked about this one too.
we talked this one. So
today.
Mighty Ducks. So you're a big hockey guy like me.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on the Mighty Ducks? Because I fucking love the Mighty Ducks.
Love the first one, hated the second one.
Really?
Hated the second one.
Not a big
Yeah.
Julie the Cat Gaffney fan?
I would have expected the third one, but I like them all.
Hated the second one because it was just too much. It's like, oh, we need new jerseys, and that will give us, the will to win. You're like,
But that was when
Really?
they came out with the team. It's the real team.
right?
Yeah.
So they
but
had
it was
to
just
sell
too much
that.
marketing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you just.
Well, it's because Disney just bought the team. That's Disney just started the team. That's
Yeah.
why. Really, you don't like Mighty Ducks too?
No,
But
love Mighty Ducks 1.
But Greenland is covered in ice, and Iceland is very nice. I
the
love
Quack Pack Attack is back. Did I say that right?
Quack Attack's back, Jack. I love the Mighty Ducks movies.
What about the third one?
The third one's great.
Don't remember the third one.
That's when they go to the prep school
Yeah.
and like the JV
No, I
team.
didn't- no, I didn't see the
Did you watch the new show?
No, I
I
didn't
love
get a
the
chance.
show. Yeah, we talked. It was
Ador-
so weird.
yeah.
We talked about this. Yeah.
Adorable,
Yeah, it was great.
adorable.
It felt really fresh.
Yeah.
New generation.
Another set of. Did you guys watch all 3 Major League movies?
Yes.
The third one, Back to the Minors.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the Buzz.
I didn't watch Back to the Minors. I know what it is, but I remember the first two.
I haven't liked Back to the Minors.
I didn't like it. I didn't like. I love hate. Like I like
Yeah.
the movies, but I hated that they recasted Wesley Snipes.
Well, it's because he didn't want to do them.
I know, but like I said, I'm a
think
continuity
he went and
junkie.
did Passenger
You changed my
57?
stars. I hate it.
Speaking of Wesley Snipes, Blade.
Oh, good call. The Blade movies.
No,
Yeah, you hate. Oh, we talked about this too. He hates Blade.
I don't really like Blade because it's not my Blade. Like when I look at the Blade that I read in the book, that's not my. I don't know what that is. That's
Really?
some different Blade.
I could totally get it if you didn't like the third one. I'm like, it kind of falls apart.
I love
But
the villain in the second one
the villain in the second one is really
because
good.
he
too.
gave Blade an ass whooping.
Yeah, the villain-
I love that
The
one.
villain in the third one's the Drac is horrible.
Right.
But Jessica Biel sweats a lot in that movie, so it makes up for it.
Yeah, and I didn't like that either because you think when you're writing a movie, the sequels they gotta ante up.
Mm-hmm.
You end on the third with Dracula, like that's like the most overused villain in any horror
Yeah.
movie. Like Dracula's your ante up from
Yeah.
the guy in part two. That dude in
Yeah.
part two, what was his name? I don't remember his name. He had the open the mouth like
It's the
That was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
he was like infecting
Yeah.
vampire.
Yes.
Like that is dope.
Yes.
Like and then you give me Dracula and Ryan Reynolds.
If we get a third Deadpool movie, I'm gonna have to come back until Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the third
Disney
one.
make it.
Oh, they're doing a third Deadpool.
Hey, better.
Oh yeah, it's coming for sure. And I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it just depends where they go with it. Like,
Well, I mean, we could even do that because Marvel has their set of trilogies.
okay, so let's finish off with the Marvel ones then. So Iron Man,
3 horrible.
Yeah. not
2
good.
horrible.
Yeah, I don't like that movie at all.
Which
One's the
one
only
was 2?
2 is Whiplash.
Yeah.
I want my bird.
I liked Whiplash. I didn't hate it. I thought he was a great foe.
Iron Man's trilogy was horrible. Iron Man 1's great though. Thor 2 was not good, but I like the first one and I like the third one quite a bit.
Ragnarok, I love that.
I don't
shit.
like any of the Thor movies, but I appreciate Ragnarok.
I used to read the books. Like I'm a big Thor guy. I'm a big Norse guy. So, who had the best trilogy out of all of them? Out of the
Cap.
Marvel, it's Cap.
Captain
Yeah.
America.
Okay,
Cap all day.
it is. I think I would take the 3 Cap movies over the Avengers movies even.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes.
I'm not. Although Age of Ultron was big,
It sucked.
It's not really my favorite.
I've never watched Age of Ultron a second time.
Really,
Never.
I'm like that with the Guardian movies. I don't watch. I've only watched the first one more than once. The second one I probably watched like 1.5.
I've watched the first one. I've watched the second one a couple of times, but I like the first one better. And now I'm playing the game.
I can only get through the second one very little.
Very
Yeah,
little
'cause
because Mike drowns halfway through it. But
I'm a pussy.
Yeah, no. Caps is downright the
Yeah.
best. trilogy
Yeah.
out of all of them.
Endgame, I'm like, I wasn't. Everyone's like, oh, Endgame was awesome. I'm like,
It's a great
drags.
ending. It's
A great ending, yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I remember.
Yeah.
It's getting
Yeah.
to the ending. I was like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I want the big. I want the big fight. I want the big.
Well, the thing with Endgame is that we'll count Infinity War and Endgame as we'll just make it one movie because it really kind of is, right?
It is one.
So the thing with the Endgame half of it is that it gave you the beats you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
fan service.
It's worth watching. It's worth sitting through the
service.
3 hours just to see Cap pick up the hammer, or just to hear Avengers assemble.
Because you teased it so many times.
I still tear up when I think about it. Like when you hear "Yo, Cap on your left," it's like
it's like 3 hours of fan service.
it is.
Yeah.
It's like
It
this
is.
is everything you've come to the movies for.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it all to you.
But if you want to watch like good movies, you watch the Cap movies because they're all basically practical. You could say.
yeah, they're like political thrillers.
I mean,
man. They're like
the end of Avengers was
the
just
second one is espionage. And
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just like, wow.
It was just like a giant like CGI fuckfest, and you can't even tell what's going on half the
which
time.
one?
so.
What Endgame?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just CGI everything. So.
My favorite storylines in the Marvel universe are the Captain America storylines, the grounded storylines. I love the Cap. I love
Yeah.
what they're doing with Hawkeye. Like I love the big stuff. I love that's cool. But when it comes to that storytelling, you can tell really good stories with relatable stories.
Yeah, I'm a practical effects guy. I'm just getting old.
What'd you think of
too many computers.
the WandaVision?
I thought WandaVision was dope. Like the way that they did it. I mean, they had everybody just hanging on the edge of their seats every episode. What I didn't like about it was the ending, because the way that they brain tease you throughout the whole thing, you're thinking you're gonna get this huge reveal, and you really don't get anything.
Right,
It's
right.
just it ends, and okay, everybody goes home, on to the next show. So it's just a lot of build up for nothing. But the storytelling was cool, and the visual effects and how they did that was all right. It was all right. But my favorite of all the Disney Plus series is The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mine's WandaVision.
I think WandaVision could, again, this is
Yeah.
fan service.
Hawkeye will end up
Right.
being the best. I think.
I think so too.
Really?
I think it's going to be my favorite. Yeah.
It'll be up there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I think though, if they did with WandaVision, instead of having the bad guy, which is what's her face? I can't think of her.
Agatha Harkness.
Thank you.
Who's getting her own show.
She was good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, if you took the Scarlet Witch and she did all these things and made her into the villain, she didn't know that she was the villain. She didn't know she was torturing these people because she just wanted, being very selfish, her family back. And I think if you did that, and then she's like, oh my God, I did these to these people.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better arc for me. And then bringing into another villain, you're like, no, I manipulated you, and you're like, all right,
Yeah. It's just a lot of smoky mirrors, bait and switch, like for nothing.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
nothing, because you didn't
For
end up with.
nothing.
Yeah, if you went through all that and the X-Men were there at the end, it would have been fine, but they didn't. So
Yeah, it's,
fuck 'em.
And then we're like 4 TV shows later, and we still don't know where the MCU's going.
Yeah,
We don't know, but we're all waiting for Spider-Man.
So that's finished. So Spider-Man's getting a third movie. That's the whole basis for the episode, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there another Marvel character that's coming that's going to end up getting 3 movies?
Deadpool, just Deadpool that I know of.
Well, what about like one of the new ones? Is there a newer character that's not
Like a
Deadpool? 'Cause he's already-
Shang-Chi?
Well, someone who's not too deep that you think can pull off 3 movies.
That can pull off
Yeah,
3 movies?
yeah. Like, do you think they can make it through another 2 Captain Marvel movies? I sure as hell know.
No, I
No.
think they could do another Ant-Man.
Well, yeah, but he's already too deep.
Oh yeah, he's on.
I'm saying like one of these like
That's
new,
right, he's on his third one.
like maybe if you get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four going, you could do it. But I think you need.
Strange could get a third.
Okay.
Strange could definitely get a third. Yeah, Multiverse of the Madness is going to be insane.
It depends how. I think that one might be a little too weird for Aunt Claire and Uncle Jack to go see in the theater.
I think by only this, like I just watched Shang-Chi and I thought it was pretty good. I think they built a universe within a universe because they have so many different characters
Yeah.
and supporting characters. That's not just one person, not like an Iron Man or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I think they could probably do it. I don't think they could do 3 movies.
They will.
Maybe a second one.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as like the first one was good.
Yeah.
And then, but I think it's
They might be able to pull off a Shang-Chi because the thing is the Shang-Chi movie isn't the Shang-Chi book. They basically
Yeah.
just
Right.
took him in name only. Hey, you know what? We're out of firepower. Okay, so let's take this guy that no one really knows about, make this dude his dad, and give him his powers.
Yeah. They literally like
Because they needed
And
like,
right- doesn't ruin the 10 rings
writing
for
the
me.
book, the new book as the movie's coming. So
exactly.
It's like,
They-
now
they-
it's in sync.
Yeah,
with
like hey,
the-
we have a chance. They basically had a chance to create, a heavy hitter pretty much,
a
and
new
that's what they did.
origin. Yeah, I wasn't really. Listen, I thought Shang-Chi was good.
Right.
It was great. It was a good movie. but it is not in my like top 5. Like I would not rave about that movie.
No.
Neither would I. But I'm just talking about the supporting actors because you
Yeah.
have a whole village.
I can see them doing 3 movies. Like it's gonna get 3 movies regardless, because a lot of people really love it.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those movies that will definitely get 3 for sure.
And that scene with the Abomination is dope. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
and you can team up with my buddy Benedict Wong.
Yeah.
So, love that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I think we could get out of the MC.
Yeah.
I think Strange is definitely gonna get a 3rd though.
Yeah. What's the next comic book character to get 3 movies?
3 movies.
3 movies, or just like the next one that, like a Phase 27.
No, like who's next to get their 3rd movie? Like Wonder Woman could get a 3rd, Aquaman could get a 3rd.
I think Wonder Woman's definitely getting a 3rd.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be any good, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's just
possible.
me.
It's tough.
Who's close to the 3rd right now? I don't even know who's.
Yeah, I don't
close.
know. I mean, everything's so
Well, Wonder
scrambled
Woman's,
up.
she
She's
just had
the
that
only
second
one.
She's the only one.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, if you could get Cav one of the Superman movie, that can be the 3rd.
Shazam will probably get a 3rd.
Oh yeah, Shazam. Shazam. Yeah, have to fight the Rock.
Yeah, he'll get a 3rd.
There you go. It'll probably be Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam. Yeah. And I really enjoyed Shazam.
Yeah,
too,
but
me
once
too.
that Black Adam movie hits, they're gonna probably speed run that Shazam versus Black Adam movie. So
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. At all.
Dr. Fate's coming. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So excited. But
And Zachary Levi as Shazam,
Yeah, he's good.
I dug him. I was like, yeah.
it's Molly's favorite comic movie is Shazam. She loves it. So okay, so we normally end every episode with a top 3. You guys want to do a movie topic? You guys want to do a Christmas one because it's December? What do you guys want to do?
Ooh, Christmas. Huh?
Do you want to pick something?
Let's do Christmas.
Okay,
Why
so what do you
not?
want to do? You want to do top 3 Christmas movies, Christmas toy presents you had growing up as a kid? You want to do Christmas cookies? Pick something.
Cookies.
Christmas cookies.
Want to do Christmas
What
cookies?
if Christmas cookies was my Christmas present?
You got fucking screwed. That's what.
What kind of fucking childhood did you have? Here's a box of crumbs.
Yeah. Or like, do you want to do like Christmas desserts?
Ooh.
No, I don't have any
Hey.
favorite Christmas
Oh, sorry, you're
desserts.
diabetic. You can't do that.
Christmas desserts? What the? How I would like to die this Christmas.
Want to do
Sure.
a top 3?
How about I lose my foot? See, now he's in a boot, I'm in a boot. Yeah,
Then I could be down with the click.
Let's do
I feel so left out.
Let's do your top 3 Christmas movies.
Okay, that's
All right,
easy. That's
all right.
that's
Okay.
easy.
Michael, let you go first.
Oh, I got to go first?
Yeah.
I got to do number 3. Probably A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Okay, Ralphie, good choice. Good choice.
So my number 3.
Yeah. What do you got for number 3?
Oh man, my number 3. I will probably go Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a good
Yeah,
one.
There you go.
That's a good one. Okay, my number 3. I'm gonna go with Santa Claus the movie.
Oh,
1980s. Dudley Moore
I remember.
plays the elf.
Wow.
John Lithgow's the bad guy.
I remember that.
They make candy canes out of the reindeer food so the kids can fly.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And Grizzly Adams played Santa Claus. And to
No.
me, yep. And it looks like on the border.
Yeah, that was like one of the best Christmas.
I mean, he
movies
looks
ever
like a
made.
Norman Rockwell Santa
I
Claus.
remember the
photo.
marketing for this.
Yep.
It was like, it was like the big deal.
I've never-
Santa
Holy
Claus,
shit, I
the
And like
movie.
in the beginning of that movie, it's him and Mrs. Claus. They're in like their village in Europe or whatever, and they're handing out toys, and they get caught in a snowstorm. And they start to freeze to death, and the elves come and rescue them, and they show the workshop. And as a kid, I was like, "Holy shit, this is what this stuff really looks like. This is all real." Yeah. Number 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Blew
definitely
my
number 3.
fucking mind.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going number 2.
Go number 2. And
Chris-
you don't have
okay.
to pick Die Hard if you don't want, because we can just say Die Hard's everyone's.
see,
Look, if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so is Trading Places. So
There we go.
no, I'm sorry.
There you go.
That's a
There's
New
Santa
Year-
in there.
That's a New Year's movie.
Santa's in there. I'm
Beef
sorry.
jerky time?
Yeah,
Dan
it is.
Aykroyd plays Santa. It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Are we
Eating
splitting
on a-
hairs?
Eating on a
Yeah.
ham.
What's your what's your number 2?
Just discovered this one. Christmas Chronicles.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, it's not bad.
that's a good one.
Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus, and a cool Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
don't get the traditional, ho,
Yeah.
ho, ho. And he says it, but it says it freaking cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, my Santa is Snake Plissken.
It's a
That's a good
it's your
one.
old pal Santa Burton.
Yeah.
It's a Jack Burton Santa Claus.
Oh, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I dig it. I dig the storyline. The second one's whatever.
No, they're good though.
But that first one, I'm like, I'm on board.
Small aside, the new Santa Claus geeky jersey that's dropping this month looks like Kurt Russell from Christmas Chronicles. The Nyx 4.0 that's
Are
coming
you
out.
serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They showed the teaser in one of the Q&As. So What do you got for number 2?
So I mean, I would have said Die Hard.
Yeah.
But it would have tied with Lethal Weapon.
Okay, fair
A lot
enough.
of people
Fair enough.
sleep on Lethal
I'm
Weapon.
so glad you said
Any
that.
other Shane Black
it
movie? Because they're
kills
all at Christmas.
It kills everybody's argument. You're like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is.
It is. He left a note for him on the Christmas tree. The
There
bad
you
guys. But I'm gonna go with Just Friends. Is my number
Oh,
2.
that's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
That's a good one. You know,
Just
you don't
Friends.
think of that as a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie. It is funny.
That Ryan Reynolds.
Yes,
Love
that
Ryan
movie
Reynolds.
is hilarious.
Wow.
That's
Perfect Christmas movie, man.
Wow.
Love it.
So-
Love it.
My number 2 is not nearly as deep a cup. I'm going Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Ooh.
I love Bill Murray.
It's good, but I always consider it a horror movie.
It is.
I can
It is
see
pretty.
that.
Yeah,
It
it
is,
is pretty
it
scary.
is.
I'm not gonna lie.
I have a 9-year-old, and I go, is he ready for Scrooge yet? I don't know. It's a little tricky
Yeah.
for me. I'm like, shit, I'm not
It's
even
dark.
ready for Scrooge.
It
It's
is
pretty dark.
I started watching. I
Love it. It's a great movie. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, drunk Bobcat Goldthwait and
Yeah,
everything.
because like Bill Murray's style, like he's never been slapsticky.
Yeah.
You know, he's like dry comedy. So it's like everything around that's going on is pretty dark. Like the visuals and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Not bad. Not bad.
it's good though. It's a good pick.
It
I
is.
like that.
Okay, so what's your number 1 Christmas movie?
I watch this constantly.
I
Okay.
think I know what it is. It might be mine too.
Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch this constantly.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times it ages. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's a great Christmas movie because everybody can relate to it. You hate your relatives. They come over, they destroy everything, and you're like, fuck you, get the hell out of here. I'm sorry, and that's a great Christmas
Yes,
movie.
It is. It is mine as well. Because
Really?
listen, if you really, really thought about it, all your top Christmas movies could be written by John Hughes. And this
Yeah.
is one that
Don't
is
throw
written
me down, Clark.
by John Hughes. So I have always been a fan of
Right.
this movie. I remember
And it's
the first-
patriotic, too.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
they-
yeah.
See, I am such a mutant. Like Christmas Vacation is like my 4th favorite vacation movie.
Vacation movie
Vacation
or
movie?
Christmas movie? Wait a
Vacation
minute.
movie, like,
Wait a minute. What's your number
whoa,
one?
whoa, whoa.
Wally-
European Vacation.
European over Wally World?
Yeah. It's like
Oh.
European Vacation, Vegas Vacation.
You put Vegas before this?
Nick Papagiorgio, man.
Oh my
I'm going to have to make your left foot look
dude.
make you look
I
like
don't-
your right
We,
foot.
this
I'm-
is
I'm-
where our friendship might end. Like, what?
I'm an outsider. I'm not a big Christmas
You're going
Vacation
to need
guy.
a ride home. And I'm on the opposite direction.
No, I don't know. I don't know why. I never got into.
First of all, can we talk about this guy being the worst Rusty ever?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
The worst.
yeah. No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I don't know. I just never. You know what? I never watched it.
I'll take Ed Helms over this kid anyway. Like literally.
That wasn't bad. Actually, I like that better than Vegas Vacation. The reboot better than
You
Vegas.
like the?
I don't mind the reboot. The North Korean car.
Let's wrap this. Let's wrap this, man.
No, I know. What? I never watched Christmas Vacation as a kid, so I never really like.
That was the first time I saw it.
I didn't
think
see it
was
till I was like 30.
11.
Till I was like 30.
Oh,
It passed over me. And there's because I don't like Christmas. Once I got out of being a kid, I didn't really like Christmas. And the only Christmas movie I watch with any
That's because
regularity.
every day is Christmas to you, for God's sakes.
right?
Hello? I bought a toy for that. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah.
I know this.
That's fair, but I'm not a big Christmas guy. But the one thing I do watch every year is I do my loop on Christmas Eve, and it's Christmas Story. I watch
Oh,
Ralphie
yeah. I mean,
ad
that's,
nauseum. That's my favorite.
And that's the
Christmas
only
movie.
reason why it's my number 3, because it's a 24-hour thing, and you're like, I have to
love it.
watch it. It's tradition.
I love
It's-
it.
But it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's just on constantly.
yeah. That's why.
what
That's
kills
why it would never be in my top because
Yeah.
it's just one of those.
I mean,
You never miss it.
Yeah,
you
I
can't
mean,
ever miss
like
it.
I'll watch Scrooged, I'll watch Santa Claus every other year or so, but it's either Ralphie or Peanuts are the ones I watch every year. I like the Peanuts Christmas too. That's more of like a TV show.
Okay,
so.
Peanuts. Oh, okay.
Plus, Ralphie helped give us the MCU. So without Ralphie, you might not have Iron Man. Because he did. Peter Billingsley and John Favreau started the whole thing.
I'm surprised no one said Elf, and Ralph was in that too.
Elf is
I
good,
don't
too.
mind Elf. It's just
Elf is
it
good,
was
too.
right outside the top 3. I can stand Elf. I don't mind Elf. It's just it came out when we were adults. I really don't have the thing about Christmas movies is you have to have like that hook from when you're younger, which is probably why I don't get into Christmas Vacation because I didn't see it till I was like well into adulthood.
That's crazy. I don't know. How
Yeah,
you
I don't
did
know how I
that.
missed it. It's one of my daughter's favorites though.
Oh,
Athena
it's
loves it.
hilarious, man.
She loves Christmas movie
Hilarious.
because she knows like our family's all fucked up like that too. So
Every family's all fucked up like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to go ahead and recap your top 3?
What did I say? Christmas Story.
Yep.
Christmas Chronicles, and then Christmas Vacation.
And I said, I don't remember now. Jesus.
It was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
I know Just Friends was my second, and then Vacation, Christmas Vacation was my last.
Okay.
And I don't
What was your third?
I don't even remember because it's my third. I really don't care.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know.
It was just whatever random Hallmark movie is on. Is that what it was?
No, I can't remember. I know. I can't even remember what it was. It's like, Ernest.
Oh, Ernest. That's right. Ernest.
That's right.
Cool.
Ernest.
Okay. And I had Santa Claus the movie, not Tim Allen. I had my number 2 was I'm doing it too now. I was making fun of him. I just did it too.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Scrooged.
Scrooge,
So
sorry.
yeah, I started over. So yeah, Santa Claus the movie, Scrooged, and Christmas Story. Awesome.
They're all good picks. I like
Good
them.
picks, good picks.
I mean, I'm gonna end
Yeah.
up watching those eventually this month.
Exactly.
So
yeah, so this was a lot of fun, guys. In typical Fan Men fashion, went way off the fucking rails because we do.
Yeah.
So big thank you to Ming,
Yes. Shout out to
Thank you,
Ming.
Ming.
one of my favorite
Thank
people
you.
in the world,
Likewise, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
Happy holidays
Yeah.
for sure.
and Mike Zapsik's not here, but Ming and Mike put together this awesome place, and I look forward to coming back and going to the other one. They have another location we're gonna hit up, and
There's like such amazing stuff in here, and I just saw some things in the corner of my eye that I'm like, whoa.
I know, like I'm jealous because Ming has a place to put all his shit up now. Like I have a bunch of stuff like this. Mine's all in boxes though, because I have
Dude,
no
I'm just
room.
gonna say, destroy
Can I-
all vampires.
I have it-
Whoa.
There were times where I felt distracted.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, could you stop talking for 2 seconds so I can look around?
I know, cycle around. It's
I'm like, oh, I'm doing a
that's,
fucking
that's,
podcast.
that's close with this. Look around there, and what's the one thing? Like if if Ming's feet were in cement, what's the one thing you'd grab and run out with if you could?
I'm going for the Lost Boy comic books.
Okay, I'm going the Alex Ross art. That's gorgeous.
Wow.
That's gorgeous. Oh, that's what those are. They are.
What?
They're the actual.
Yes, the Lost
Oh
Boy.
my God.
No way, bro. Yo, listen. It is
Club
truly
is very excited about the comic.
Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Ming, love.
Mike, what's the one thing you would
Keep
grab?
those, but you can display, hold them up, take pictures with them. I wish I could give them to you, but
I went. I'm like, I'm going for the most expensive one.
Were those
Screw this shit.
were those actually like a production run thing they did, or did you have those made?
Yeah, this place called the Bottleneck Gallery made them for a show, and they sold a limited amount.
So you can get them on eBay.
They're probably on eBay. Yeah,
We'll get you one. We'll
man.
get you one.
Yeah, and
On
yeah,
eBay.
the interiors are in there. Take a look. Yeah, you take them out.
What?
Yeah, I wish I'd give them to you, but yeah.
I went for the,
Ming just
I was going
played
to the most
me.
expensive
No.
things.
Hold one up, Clint.
Wow.
You said Lost Boys. I'm like, what? And I was like, holy
You don't have
shit.
the one with the glasses, the 3D glasses?
That one I don't have.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude,
What's the
that's
coolest thing in here, Mike?
I got to go with the Batman statue from
Oh wow. Wow.
what's it
it's
called?
got
Oh, the bust.
the bust.
Yeah, I got one of those. To me, is that
Of course you do.
they could
You
get on.
know, every text I give you is, of course you do.
I don't have that much stuff. Like, I know I hang with people that have way more stuff than me, but for me,
Regardless.
for me, it's the Alex Ross art. That's the one thing I've always wanted was a framed piece of Alex Ross art.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I know someone who's got originals, like hand sketches on their wall. They're amazing. So, I just like stuff. Stuff's my happy place. Okay, guys. Once again, thank you so much, Ming. Thank you again. You're the best.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And everyone follow us on Twitter at FMN37.
You guys can find me everywhere. ClepCX is the same everywhere.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, Grinder.
OnlyFans.
You got me an OnlyFans. I was like, huh. Ooh.
Just pictures of him.
Subscribe.
It's pictures of him in the Lost Boy comics now. That's all it is.
I'm on Twitter at TheMike3D.
Excellent. Everyone, have a good night, and thank you much.
Good night.